time every day. She had it in the mornings when she was making breakfast for Jeff and the kids. She had it in the car while singing along with the kids to whatever song came on their favorite kid-friendly station. She had it when she was sewing on Maggie's latest scout patch. She had it when she was running to the food booth on the other side of the field to cover whichever teammate of Spencer's had failed to bring a snack to practice that week. She had it when she was playing in the rec center pool with Ava while waiting for toddler swim to start. And she had it at night after the kids were in bed and she was helping Jeff brainstorm his latest client pitch. That was the Dani time she wanted. The Dani time she craved, regardless of what her mother believed. She didn't need to go off on girls-only trips like Roberta, or join book clubs or card groups to fill some sort of inner well. She was a wife. She was a mother. She didn't need time away to discover herself. She didn't need to sit in a circle with other women and search for the meaning of life inside the pages of a book when her help was needed in Maggie's or Spencer's classroom. She didn't need to enroll Ava in a Kids' Day Out class so she could go shopping in peace, as her friends were fond of saying. And she most certainly didn't want her kids to come home to a babysitter the way she herself had while growing up. No, Jeff and the kids were her inner well. They filled her up just fine all on their own. Reaching out, she peeled off the note, crumpled it inside her hand, and then flipped the novel over. The summary's promise of adventure and self-discovery for 34-year-old Amanda Frawlings, sliding Dani's gaze back to the clock, and then below it to the day's list and the next few items awaiting her attention. Tomorrow's list needed to be written. Tuesday night's baked ziti and Thursday night's chicken and dumplings needed to be prepped and frozen. She still needed to find the perfect snack recipe for... A gurgled reminder of her propensity for skipping meals derailed her thoughts and pulled them back to the book and the bowl of fresh fruit just beyond it, in the center of the table. Again, her eyes swept back to the clock. 5 minutes of Maggie jumping rope, 10 minutes of Spencer chasing bugs around the picnic area with his net, 5 minutes tops of Ava blowing bubbles alone, 10 minutes of Spencer and Ava running around trying to catch the bubbles Maggie blew, 10, maybe 15 minutes of all three playing hide-and-seek. A quick vibration against her hip rerouted her hand from the fruit bowl to her pocket, and the thumbnail image now illuminated on her phone's screen. Opening the message, Dani smiled down at the picture she'd all but demanded her mother send if Dani was going to heed the whole stay at home and take a little time for yourself thing. In the captured moment, Maggie was trying desperately to blow a bubble but was having difficulty on account of the laugh she was clearly sharing with her brother and sister. In the background, behind Ava, Jeff, too, was laughing. Beneath the picture, a trio of moving dots let Dani know her mother was typing some accompanying commentary. Sure enough, less than a minute later, her phone vibrated inside her hand with the arrival of another text, this one containing only words. Kids loved the bubbles, but now moving on to hide-and-seek. After that, Jeff mentioned feeding goats and maybe making a quick stop at his office before heading home. Can't wait to hear what you think of the book. She looked again at the picture, ran her finger across the faces of her children and husband, and swapped the phone for an apple. 5-minute walk to petting zoo on southern edge of park, 10 minutes of rooting around for quarters, inserting them into the feed machine, filling up 3 tiny hands, and then nonstop giggles over the feel of goat tongues. 5 minutes back to the parking lot, 5 minutes of bathroom trips, 10 minutes to the office, a few minutes to grab whatever Jeff forgot on Friday, 10 minutes to get home. Satisfied she had plenty of time to eat an apple and still make a sizable dent on the rest of her to-do list, Dani opened the book and began to read. Page by page and bite by bite, she made her way through Chapter 1 and then Chapter 2, the author's writing style sucking Dani into the main character's plight so fully she barely caught the dribble of juice from her apple before it dripped from her chin to her shirt. As she wiped it away with her thumb, the ever-increasing rumble in her stomach sent her to the pantry for a handful of pretzels and a chocolate chip cookie she carried, along with the book, into the living room. Chapter 3. Chapter